This is Trooper James Munday from Coleshill in Warwickshire, blown up by a bomb in Afghanistan. At his inquest today, his mother Caroline said rather than feathering their own nest, politicians should concentrate on the needs of serving soldiers.
And that's the aim of mums who've set up a support group for their sons and daughters serving in Afghanistan. They're sending out food parcels to boost morale. Our correspondent Peter Wilson met up with the people behind SOS.
Would you like to fill our boots for troops?
What do we got?
Thank you.
Filling a Desert Army boot with money. We're at a pub in Bromsgrove.
Number one.
It's also quiz night at the Hanbury Turn. All the money raised goes towards welfare parcels for soldiers in Afghanistan. The past few weeks have been tough times for soldiers' families.
My grandson Philip is out in Afghanistan and it's something we constantly live with. We put the news on first thing every morning. We watch all the news bulletins throughout the day. Just something that you constantly live with.
Maria O'Ryan has turned her home into a military depot. Her son, Lance Corporal Philip Pimlott, is a medic serving on the front line in Helmand. He's been tending those caught up in the latest fighting, caring for the wounded and the dying.
You're dreading the knock on the door, you're dreading the phone call, because at the end of the day it could be any one of our children, it could be anyone's husband. None of them, not one of those boys or girls, are safe out there.
Support Our Soldiers try to boost the soldiers' morale. This is what the troops are asking for.
Indigestion tablets, chewing gum, coffee, pot noodles. We need pasta, rice, anything that can be added to water.
I've experienced the camp food cooking away from the big military bases. Chicken and dumplings, and it's hot, and it's not bad. Many people will be surprised that the soldiers need these basics sent from home.
They get their ration pack, which consists of all the nutrients, all the calories, etc. that they need, but obviously they're not very palatable, and a lot of it's dehydrated stuff that they've got to add water to, and they get hungry.
All of these women are fiercely committed. In the past few weeks, they've been working round the clock. Some might not agree with the war in Afghanistan, but the public's generosity and best wishes are making all the difference to those living and fighting on the front line. Peter Wilson, BBC Midlands Today, Bromsgrove.
Well, I've left the studio now to meet Maria, the military mum who we saw there in Peter's report. Maria, a tense time for you, not just because your son Philip is out there, but his girlfriend's also serving out there, isn't she?
Yeah, Anna's working in the A&E department in Bastion Hospital, taking care of the casualties that come in.
How do you cope with the fear that something awful could happen to them while they're out there?
You just have to cope, but you become addicted to the news, you become addicted to the teletext, and you don't answer the door if it goes before about 10 o'clock in the morning because you're just so fearful that it could be that knock at the door, and every mother and every husband, every parent, wife, everybody's in the same position, sadly.
Now, you've been going to Selly Oak Hospital, haven't you,
Yes.
in Birmingham, to visit the soldiers who've been flown back and they're recovering from their injuries. What's that been like for you? Because you must sometimes think, gosh, that could be my son.
I do feel, obviously, that could be my son, it could be Anna. But having seen the fantastic recovery that the two lads that have been visiting my son's comrades in hospital in the last 4 weeks, the care that they've received from Bastion on the flight home and then at Selly Oak has been absolutely second to none. And I would have every faith that if anything did happen to Philip, he would be very, very well cared for and stand every chance.
And what's morale like there at the moment?
In Selly Oak, it's hilarious. I can't believe that, you know, they can joke about losing a leg and all sorts. They're just wonderful. Good spirits then? Yeah, very.
Well, if you've been wondering what this rather stunning bride and handsome groom are doing here behind me, well, we're going to find out a little bit more about them now from Leslie, because there is a reason they're here, isn't there, Leslie? Because you're offering a very special package, aren't you, to a lucky military couple, and it is just for a military couple, part of the SOS campaign. Yes. Tell us a bit about it.
Well, we are offering much of a wedding package as we possibly can, as you've said, for a serving military personnel. Where we've put together, managed to put together a wedding dress, wedding rings, wedding cake, suit hire, our chocolate fountain, of course.
Fantastic.
Toastmaster, piper, wedding invitations and car hire. So we're doing quite well, but we'd still like more.
A fabulous package, that sounds like. If
Fantastic.
anybody's watching this tonight, they're a military couple and they want to enter the competition, there is a special website, isn't there, which I think we're going to put up on the screen, just the SOS website that they can get in touch with.
They can get in touch with us through the SOS website or through our own website.
OK. And when I say that we've got this fabulous couple here, if anybody else wants to offer anything for that package, they should also get in touch via the same website, should they?
They can do, or I think my telephone number's on there. They can give me a ring and we'll take anything.
Yeah. Well, it's very kind of you both to come in. Really appreciate that this evening. And back to you in the studio, Nick.
Thanks, Suze. And we understand that injured soldiers recovering at the country's main military hospital, Selly Oak in Birmingham, are actually watching tonight. So all the best to all of you from all of us here.